minute. Who are you?
How do you know it's on? I love that. I was like, how do you know? You need to, not hold it like this, but like just, around
so fluffy.
around
That's
the
a bit
mouth
disgusting.
area. Yeah, maybe not put it on your face, but
It feels so good.
Kalispera, Malaka.
do you want to do an episode?
But I'm not prepared.
Me
About
neither.
what?
I don't know. It's the first one of 2026.
I mean, I could just start the year by saying, I think the exotic matter is the most stupid fucking thing I've ever heard in a quasi-science science-filled TV show. Like,
Okay.
that is the most I just can't. I can't. I stopped watching Dark after the Einstein-Rosen bullshit. I will not listen to any more seconds of my life being wasted to fucking wormholes. Like, they're not even a thing, by the way. You cannot travel through them. That's not possible. Like, you cannot. I can't. You should be more upset about this.
No, I'll tell you. I thought that I was insane because I have this problem with movies and TV shows showing or calling things like that, or saying like actually giving properties to things that we know what they are, properties that they don't have.
Yeah.
This is why I was not that upset with them making something up.
That's not what exotic matter. But it's such a stupid analogy for dark matter.
Yeah, but it's not. If they had said dark matter, then I would be upset. But now they didn't. They called it something else.
No,
so I'm fine with that.
They just but they exchanged one word. They could have called
I'm
it
okay with
fluffy balls. I don't know, something different.
No, I agree.
I don't subscribe to this. But it's dark matter.
Yeah, but no, I agree. I agree. I agree with you, and this is the same reason why I stopped watching Dark.
I would be less upset if they called it dark.
Why?
Because then I would just put it on the same pile as all other attempts to portray this level of science in any kind of TV show accurately. I would put it in the box with all the other shit, but now it's so exceptionally shitty that it goes above all the other shit. Because not only are you using it incorrectly, you're also making it sound more stupid. You're now changing it to sound more lame and more stupid. And that's even worse.
Okay, but you're in the 1% that understands that. And you're not the audience.
But isn't everyone sick of stories with fucking wormholes?
No, because they don't understand what that is.
But surely you must be sick of that being a cheat code that's used anytime that something happens that's so unbelievable, they fucking pull up a wormhole. Do you know there's a fucking wormhole in Thor Ragnarok? Does that movie need a wormhole? Does a Nordic god need a wormhole? Do I need Natalie Portman's poor acting explaining to me an Einstein-Rosen bridge with that bullshit paper thought experiment, which is not even how it works? You should be more upset about this.
I was more upset by the fact that the upside down was the in-between, and they used that sketch of, you know the one I mean?
Yeah, but that's exactly my point.
Yeah, but I was more upset with that than the exotic matter stuff.
But that's precisely not what a wormhole would be. A wormhole doesn't have upside down in it. It's not a finite area of space that's exactly one city large, and then it's
also I was very, very confused about the fact that it kind of shrunk. So basically the sky was coming down at some point.
Yeah,
and they called it another planet.
Yeah, it was,
I don't know. I was very confused.
Yeah, there was another. The way I see it, two planets are connected by a wormhole, and wormhole is the upside down.
But then in the beginning they called it two dimensions, which makes more sense. But kind of.
Yeah, but then they switched to this other more stupid notion.
Yeah.
But I think that's. Yeah. I don't. I'm so upset about this. I'm just so like sad that people resort to this still, because I'm like, poor guy, poor Einstein and Rosen. I bet that if they could, they would just burn those fucking papers and be like, I don't want to be mentioned in another Marvel or Netflix project ever again.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, you look very professional right now.
Thank you.
Wait, we should say hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Hello, and please don't use wormholes in any of your explanations for anything ever again.
So if you want to write something, don't use Chad and don't use wormholes.
Yeah.
That is our...
I feel like it's just so... I get that it's hard to make up explanations, but I think I just prefer it if artists who don't know anything about science, especially this kind of science, not that I know a lot, but I know that I don't know, therefore I'm scared of using it lightly. But if you don't know anything and then you're not scared of using it lightly, then it just sounds stupid. So I think it's better to make up something of your own that maybe it doesn't make sense in the real world, but it doesn't have to. None of those things
I agree with that.
make sense in the real world. I don't need anything that I can relate to in real life science from fucking TV shows. I really don't. Because if I wanted to do that, I would just watch a documentary.
But now that you say that, I'm even more curious as to how come you like Breaking Bad so much.
But it's never about, or okay, it's been a while since I watched it, but I don't remember it being about science. It's not about, it's the least of all about that.
Okay.
It's maybe in the beginning when he if he's the teacher, blah, blah, and then the thing evolves. But it's a way more human story, and this other part of it, which sort of like explains some stuff, how he does it and blah, blah, it's just a tool for them to tell a story about a character. It's not the point in itself. They're not there to brag about how he made it. No, it's just like you get to see how he evolves as a character through that process. So that process serves a purpose for the story. It's not its own purpose. Whereas here, it wants to serve a purpose for the story, but I don't think it does, because it only raises more questions. It does not answer anything. Or it does for 2 seconds, and if you think about it for 3 seconds, then it doesn't. And I just think it's better to, first of all, also, Breaking Bad is way more grounded. You're not fighting aliens. You're not... It's about, two people who are in desperate need of one another in that situation, and they find the best way out of their situations that they could at the moment. Which is, maybe not the most moral thing to do in the way that they do it, but it's human. When they're put into that situation.
No, I understand what you mean.
And he's not like a god that's all of us, I can make endless amounts of meth through this magical reaction that can have 100% yield. No, it's like a trial and error, and then it's a human process. And that's what works about it.
Okay.
And it's not that much out there, I don't think it's the same level of a rogue high school teacher makes meth. Chemistry high school teacher starts making meth. I don't think that's on the same level of unbelievable as we have two worlds, two planets
that are
controlled and created by one guy who got his powers through the blood of a kid who got her powers through her mother who was fed the blood of other kids. And those two planets are connected through a wormhole that has a finite space, and it's trapped in time. and it exactly fits this tiny little obscure city in the US, and like there, you know, there's
No,
so many
I get.
leaps
I get
that
what
I
you
have to take, and it has nothing to do with you in real life, but it wants to have everything to do with you in real life.
Yeah.
I think that's why it doesn't work.
Okay. I think we can conclude that you didn't like Stranger Things.
I hated this. I watched it, the whole thing. The fifth season.
I will admit that I cried in the end.
I also cried
For different reasons, though.
Okay, yeah.
What? Why?
I split the. I think a lot of people don't agree with this, but I like the second part of the final episode, and that's
I understand why. Yeah.
That's the only part that I liked.
Yes.
And that's also where I felt I was a little bit like, oh, I'm watching the same show that I once watched.
Yeah.
Like-
Because it is about the relationships between people.
Yes.
Because it is about the characters. I completely agree.
Yeah. So that's I liked that part a lot. But the first part, like, I could literally feel the shift of, like, when it stopped sucking as much, and then I was like, oh, I can enjoy the rest of this episode.
You know, I think in my case, I really enjoyed the first part, so the first 5 episodes, because it gave me hope that it can be a very, very good and smart ending. And then part 2 came out, and it gave me nothing. And I'm like, what? So then I'm like, okay, it's a 2-hour episode, the last one. It's basically a freaking movie.
Yeah.
And it still gave me nothing when it comes to, you know, the plot of the war, basically, that's happening. And then it shifted to the connections and the relationships and everything. And then I when they were on the roof and they were talking, I was crying my eyes out. I'm like, I have become this,
Yeah.
and I know that they will never meet. They will not hold up to their, and it's just like,
Okay, issues. But no, I agree.
yeah,
I agree. I liked that part too, and I also felt like that was the highlight of that episode. But I disagree in the fact that the first 5 episodes gave me any kind of hope.
okay,
I disliked it from the beginning.
really, no, I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know if this... I think I've told you this already, but I actually then went back and watched season 1.
Okay,
And I have noticed that almost none of the episodes are written by the Duffer Brothers themselves in season 1. At least in the credits on Netflix.
who are they written by?
It's always some different person. It's like probably a group of writers that worked in
Really?
season 1. Yeah. If you go back and then you watch it, and then in the credits, it's always written by some person. And in the season 5, as far as I can place it now,
it's always them.
yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know
But
that.
it was not always them in the first season.
Yeah. Okay, that is interesting. I also watched.
It adds up, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I also watched Frankenstein.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I cannot say that I liked it.
Really? Is that the one with Jacob Elordi?
Yeah.
I will watch it.
No, you will. Okay, I have to say I don't know if it was because after many, many months I watched something in like a big screen, and not a cinema screen, but like a big screen, and not this one 22-inch shit. The colors, like the cinematography, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Like I was just, everything was okay, not everything, but like half of the movie, if I paused and took a screenshot, it could be a wallpaper. Mm-hmm. Amazing. But it was so slow. And I'm like, I don't know. I got bored after a point.
Okay.
So I don't know. Everyone was praising it and I don't get it.
Yeah, but I have to take into consideration what you require of a story.
I mean, maybe
Dare I say?
No, but like I understand what they wanted to convey. It's just that for me it felt so slow.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
And Like, I found myself looking at the picture more than I was listening to the story.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, I think that's a shame if like.
But it's true that I enjoy more fast-paced stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, I had some notes that I wanted to discuss with you.
Fun.
Okay.
No. I don't like where this is going.
Okay. Do you want to talk about how our lives would be so much better and easier if we had two sets of arms?
What the fuck do you spend your time on? We need to get you a job.
If anyone's listening and hiring, please. I'm desperate.
2 sets of arms?
Yes.
Why do you think your life would be better?
Okay, so here's the thing. I sometimes want to do a lot of things at once.
No shit. I curse a lot now. I'm sorry.
No. Feel free. This is a safe space.
Or so you say.
And sometimes I feel like one set of arms is not enough. So it would be fun if we were like Stitch. So sometimes I could have 2 arms, and then sometimes I could have 4 arms. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, but if your motivation is what you say it is, then I think you should speak to a professional.
Why? Okay.
Don't you feel happy with the amount of things you can do with your 2 arms?
No,
What is it that you would want to do simultaneously that you would need 4 arms for?
You don't want to... I want to be able to write and knit at the same time. That was what... I was going through that yesterday.
But I think there it would be your brain's comprehension that would be the problem, not your motor skills.
No, that's fine. I can knit without thinking. I can knit without watching right now. I'm developing my skills.
Okay.
I have a question for you, though.
No, I would not want 4 arms.
No, I understood from that reaction that you would not want that. It's okay. My question is something else. Because I was out with some friends the other day that I told you, and then we started discussion again about drugs, but that's not the point. Do you think that an obsession and an addiction are the same thing?
No.
What is the difference?
As someone who has been addicted, they're not the same.
Yeah, but what is the difference? Because I also don't think that they're the same, but I cannot pinpoint the difference.
I think that in addiction scenario, you're way more of a subordinate to your own addiction.
Okay.
Whereas with an obsession, you have some higher level of control that allows you to break out of it at some point. Whereas with addiction, I feel like you have a very, very deep dependence on whatever you're addicted to. So you either physically or mentally or both cannot just simply stop.
So what you're saying is that an addiction is a very bad obsession, but an obsession is not an addiction.
Yeah, I think the addiction in some like metaphysical sense is just like a very, very focused, spiraled out of control obsession. And I think it has way more of an emotional component than obsession does. I think, at least that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
I think that obsession is way more cognitive, whereas the addiction has this huge emotional component that sort of, how should I say, does not enable you to like just drop it or just snap out of it or change your way of thinking, and that sort of leads to a result. You have to also change how you feel about the thing, not just how you think about the thing. Whereas I think with obsession, I could be wrong, of course, I don't know what the research says, but I think that obsession is just like mainly a cognitive process of you being just hyper fixated on something.
But it has a very big emotional toll on you.
Yeah, but
Do you think you are an obsessive person?
I think I am. I think I can be. Not as much as I used to be, but I think I'm an addictive person.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you're an obsessive person.
I think I am an addictive person, but that usually stems from I have no self-control when it comes to some things. But I think for, how should I say this? I just think that often addiction also compensates for something else that you emotionally lack, or you're trying to mask or diverge from with your addiction. Whereas obsession does not necessarily require that, in my mind.
I
It
mean,
can develop
depends.
from anything else, from anything.
But it can become very, dangerous, I think, an obsession. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not, I don't think that it's as lightly as we think of it. I think it does have an emotional toll on people. But again, I think that you are a person who can be addicted to some things very easily, but I don't think you are an obsessive person. And I think that I am an obsessive person.
Yeah, and not
But
an addictive one. Yeah.
I am not getting addicted to things.
I mean, I think, the two things could very well be like very intertwined and connected, and
Yeah, but I was thinking about it, and then
but in just my own personal sort of bubble,
It's just that I don't know where the line is, and I don't know how, because in my head it doesn't make sense for you to be one and not be the other.
But I don't necessarily think, let's say cigarettes, for example. I don't necessarily think that if you're addicted to nicotine, which chemically, in your like receptors and everything that sort of works towards that in a physical level, I don't think that necessarily means that you're obsessed with cigarettes, because you could just
Doesn't it?
But it's not like you're going about your day thinking about that cigarette.
No one, but thinking about smoking, yes.
I don't know. I don't think it's something that's always there. It's like a need that sort of spikes at some point, and then it goes down, you forget about it, and then it spikes again, and it's not necessarily something that is constantly there as your obsessive thought. It can be, but I don't think it has to be. There's a lot of people who smoke very controlled, very like moderate. I would still call them physically addicted, because that's what it chemically does.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can be like, oh yeah, I'm just like, I have superpowers, so my receptors don't like nicotine. But like, I just think that doesn't necessarily also include that they spend their day, thinking only about their next cigarette.
Yeah.
They could be just like, not thinking about it, and then when they're out with their friends, they light a cigarette. They feel the spike, they're like, oh yeah, I feel the need now to smoke. But does that mean that he spent the whole day thinking about it? I don't think so. Necessarily.
I guess it depends on the person and the level of addiction / obsession. It's just that I was thinking about it, and where does one stop and the other begin? And I guess it is the same thing as having a disorder, and the switch, it's there where it physically doesn't allow you to do your everyday things.
But I guess you can say that for both obsession and addiction, right?
I mean, depends.
Like your obsession could be obstructing you from living.
Yes, and I think
normally
that if you reach that point where your obsession is obstructing you from doing stuff, then that becomes an addiction. It could be, for a short period of time, but I don't know. It baffles me how you can be one and not the other. But I guess it's also because we've linked the word addiction to some specific things, and we don't think other things as addictions. For example, yeah.
For example, yeah.
No. Are you going to Google it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said yes. For example, like if you invite me on a night out and then I say no because I want to stay home, watch a movie, and I don't know, knit, you'll be like, okay. However, if you invite me on a night out and I say no because I want to stay home, watch a movie, and smoke pot, then you say, oh, but that is some sort of, addiction. In one case, my behavior is the same, but you will not use the same words.
Okay, it says here an obsession is the urge to do something which usually leads to a certain behavior. Addiction is the process of someone becoming dependent on a substance or behavior.
Okay. So the moment you become dependent on that behavior or substance, you are addicted.
Yeah.
And until that point, it's just an obsession.
Yeah. There has to be some emotional stake at it. If you drink alcohol once in a while when you go out with your friends, that's not a problem. But if you drink alcohol to survive the day, then you have a problem.
Yeah, basically what we both said of like... Yeah. Okay.
But it's probably not as straightforward with everything,
Yeah.
I think whatever has like a physical component to it, it's pretty easy to sort of... Or fairly easy to pinpoint.
Yeah. When
it becomes a huge issue, but like with heroin, you cannot say that someone's obsessed with it. Someone like
yes. Okay.
You will be addicted afterwards.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Have you heard of like some weird addictions that people have, like licking the walls or like eating bricks?
Yeah, it's all those TLC people.
The what people?
Do you know that channel TLC?
Oh, yeah.
They always have those weirdos on. Like, oh, I accidentally ate a wall in my house. I love eating cement.
But, like, isn't that so fucking weird?
It is weird.
How can you have... Like, I don't understand what's wrong with you.
I don't know. I'm not a professional. But I'm sure they know. I'm sure there's something categorized for all of those. But
it's insane.
It is a bit weird, yeah.
I want to find out like the weirdest things, but I think there were some documentaries about those people.
I think our bodies are super weird sometimes, and then I don't know if it's in those weird situations where people eat bricks. Is it something in their bodies, like some kind of deficiency that subconsciously makes them like do stuff like that, or is it just a mental thing? Like what if it's something physically wrong in their bodies, and then their brain sort of finds whatever is the quickest possible way that it thinks will compensate for that, and it's like, I don't know, we don't have enough calcium, let me eat a brick. I don't know.
I think imagine I think that it all comes down to like the reward, and when it comes to drugs and cigarettes and all those substances, then your reward is basically your brain telling you that you are now happy or something. In cases where you don't do something like that, like you don't inject something, I think it's a bit different. So I guess that it could be both. Maybe they linked the eating of cement with something, or it could just be a short circuit, in their brain, and eating cement triggers some sort of pathways that tells them that they're happy.
Yeah, but that would also be weird, right?
Would it though?
I mean, I don't...
Why do I like certain things and you don't?
But you don't... It's not like it tastes like something good so that your brain recognizes it.
For you? Do you like coriander?
I do.
Oh. Well, I know.
But those are spices and like things that humans have been eating for a long time, and your brain is sort of hardwired to think that some things are tasty.
Yeah, and then you get pregnant and then you eat like...
Yeah, but you don't eat cement.
Okay, but like...
There's nothing nutritious in cement.
I don't think it's about nutrition. I don't know. It's just some weird, very, very weird...
But ultimately, your brain does think it's about nutrition. Your brain wants you to survive. It doesn't want you to keep eating bricks and then die of starvation.
No.
Like malnutrition.
No, but like you eat things without them being, nutritious and stuff.
Yeah, that's because I think today the food that it's not that nutritious, tastes way too good for you to be able to like resist it. But
What, for other reasons?
yeah,
Okay. Maybe. I don't know. Could be.
like sugar activates the same parts of your brain as cocaine does. That's
Sneak
why you
some
like sugar. I mean,
I'm-
then that's not the only reason, but like
yeah.
it's not like that. It's not like it will save you and make you.
No,
live
but like maybe
eternally, but
for that person, cement just activates some sort of.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should. What if we all did a CT scan, and we figured out weird things that activate weird parts of our brain that we would not find out otherwise? What if my brain gets activated by eating grass?
I would be scared to look at what activates your brain.
Why?
Reasons.
I think it would be.
Henceforth unspecified.
I don't understand what you mean. The other thing that I wanted to say about the. Do you know? Have you heard of that? Oh, now in 2026, we should bring 2016 back.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And people.
That was the last good year, man.
I agree.
When Harambe died.
Highlight of the year.
No, that's when everything went sideways.
Oh, okay.
That's when the universe just was like, oh, fuck it.
I mean, for me, 2017 was also fine.
But it led up to 2018, so that's why, no.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and some vintage accounts on Instagram and stuff. They post like clothing from
the time?
From the time
Oh.
with like very
Very
low rise jeans.
But that's all in now, and I hate it.
I hate it with
I hate
like
a passion.
I was looking at some old pictures.
Why?
And I was like, because I was trying to find something. And then I was looking at it and I'm like, why did my mother let me go out like this? Why? Anyway, point is, in one of those accounts, they mentioned Ask FM.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
Yes, I remember that. But that's more like 2013.
Yes, it was a bit before that, yes. Actually, I don't know. In Greece,
me,
it was also a thing in 2016.
No, for me, it's a middle school thing. In high school, it was not a thing.
I mean, I think for me, it was a thing first year of high school. But then after that, it kind of died.
For us, I think it was in like last 2 years of middle school. I hated it.
Did you have one?
I had one, but with one of my friends, I was not that cool in middle school. I was not cool at all, but she was, and then like we had it together or whatever. But I hated every second of it.
I so desperately wanted to be cool and have people ask stuff about me, and then that never happened because I was not cool. I was really not cool back then.
Same.
Not that I am now, but like imagine back then. And then I don't know.
I didn't like. I didn't like anything
stalking.
about my middle school experience.
I remember
And-
stalking some accounts.
Of course.
There was a lot of drama around that time.
Yeah, Ask FM was also like. It's a very easy way for people to bully other people.
Yeah.
And looking at it now, I wouldn't want my kids on that.
Oh no, definitely not.
Like I would supervise them.
I think that I was kind of lucky that I was uncool, so people didn't really pay attention to me. Because the people who they did pay attention to, oh my god, the things that they wrote.
Yeah.
And that account actually said that kids these days, they would not survive Ask FM. And I disagree. I think Gen Z has balls that we don't.
No, I think what they mean is that's not Gen Z. Aren't we Gen Z?
Are we though?
I am. Maybe you're not.
What do you mean?
No,
I mean, it says 96. I think it says that the last person that is a millennial is born in 1996. Do you identify as a Gen Z? I think we are zillenials.
Yeah, no, we are Gen Z.
Yeah, but like the
It
old
says
ones.
from 1997 to 2012.
Yeah, but like the old ones.
Yeah, but you realize that it's not the Gen Z that they're talking about. They're talking about whatever comes
But
after that.
Gen Z is still in school. That's my point.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's 14. The youngest one is 14, but I don't think they mean that.
Okay, so they think Gen Alpha. What's their name?
Yeah, whatever, the TikTok kids. I don't think they mean Gen Z when they said. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what people think. I don't know what I think.
I don't know what they thought,
But-
but what they meant. They said like kids these days.
I think that applies to either the other half of Gen Z plus this new generation, or just this new generation.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, I mean, we're also too old to be considered part of this generation.
But exactly, that's my point. We're
I
the
don't think
zillenials.
they think anything that's close to us. So I don't think anything around our age is what they consider. I think it's more on this born in 2012 side and up.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, someone who's
I-
12 now.
Yeah, I have no idea. So I have two cousins. My one cousin, he was born in 2009. And he's now like finishing high school or something.
That's so trippy, man.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I remember the day he was born. I was there. And now he's like a full ass grown man. Like, I can't. Like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he has a brother who was born in 2014, I think. The way that these two kids are in so like different, two different generations,
But I think that's arbitrary. It's 2 years apart.
it's
And two kids.
5 years apart.
No, sorry. Yes, okay. No, I was thinking of 2012. Sorry.
But
Yeah.
no, my point is like that's the only example that I have of kids around that age. These are the only kids I know around that age.
I mean, I think I notice it in my friends' siblings, younger siblings, not necessarily that young, but those, as you say, that are finishing high school now or something like that. I see a big difference between us and them, so I can only assume that the difference is much larger even, because it's sort of going so fast between them and the next.
And this is also, I don't know if it's because they are still, kind of young. The thing is that I have a 9-year gap with my older cousin, but I can fully hang out with him right now and have fun and go out and whatever and talk shit, even though he's like 9 years older than me.
Yeah,
But with
the other one, you cannot, yeah,
I kind of can.
but with a lot of effort.
But it's not the same because
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, he is 17
But
years
that's
old.
the freaky part. I mean,
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's 17. Maybe in 3 years it will be easy.
I don't know, because ultimately they've had a completely different experience growing up that we did. The way I grew up until maybe I was 12 or whenever like Facebook became a really big thing.
Yeah, around there.
Up until then, I have much more in common in the way I grew up with my mom than I would with a kid today.
Yeah.
Like in the ways we lived, in the habits, in everything.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
daily
yeah.
life, like everything was way more similar, which is a lot of a difference, right?
Yeah.
But it just, I think that's just how it is, and
Maybe.
it will even grow bigger probably. Like even now there are so many things you can't understand.
Yes.
So imagine a kid that grows up surrounded by that will have a completely different like way of looking at things.
I'm always feeling so old when I hang out with that cousin. Like he's always like, "Oh, do you know about this?" And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is this new trend or whatever?
Sometimes I just feel so old even when I just talk with my peers who are more online than I am. And then they're like, "Oh, have you heard about this brain rot?" And I'm like,
Yeah. I
fuck?
think it's just us that we're not that much online.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like even with your own peers, you feel like you're a dinosaur sometimes, let
yeah.
alone with someone who knows more about it. Like
Do you know what I realized the other day? COVID kids will begin school right now.
Shut up. Just don't say anything.
Like, what?
Yeah, I also realized that COVID was like fucking 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But it was the winter of 20.
Yes.
Like the first year, the first part of the year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So 6 years.
6 years. Yeah, I mean,
No, that is insane.
I cannot accept that.
That is insane.
I think people, they haven't at least directly to me said like, oh, you're getting old, you should think about kids. But they are sort of just assuming that like when you have kids, this will be a problem or this will be a problem.
Okay. Like, that you will have at some point.
You will have to think about this or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, slow down. But I think it's one of those few things where we differ from that generation. Where I think for us, life has a different pace. And
That generation, you mean our parents?
Yeah, and sort of all of those and above. Because I feel like they look at life more in all sorts of ways as if it stops after you're 30, whereas we don't.
Yeah,
so
that is
for
true,
them, it's sort of like when you're 30, that's when it's
or
it's
by
done.
30.
What you've done, you've done.
Yes, or
there's no turning back.
By 30, you should have your shit figured out and everything. And I'm like, you have you actually met someone who is like over 30? Have you seen them?
I think in the generation that's sort of like whatever you want to call it, Gen Z, whatever, the older part of Gen Z, I think we're very good at sort of being like, yeah, okay, take a chill pill. I don't need to do this. Like I will do it when I'm ready and when it's the right time and not when I have to. I think that's very good of us because I think it's reckless to make children when you're not quite sure how you're gonna sort of provide for them. I think it's pretty reckless. I think it's fair to say I have a plan that's about me for the next 4 years, and I cannot sustain a child as well.
But also even after that, if you don't want it, if you feel like you cannot be there for them, then you should not have them, and that's okay.
I also feel like that's okay, but then a lot of people don't. They're like, oh, but you have to like sort of do it, and then just
and also because we're women, everyone is like, oh, you will regret it by the time you're 50, and I'm like, oh,
so what? I've done plenty of things that I regret, and I live with them. Watch me do it. So what?
You'll be like, watch me
regret it till the end of my life.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that. What did we say his name? Achilles?
Achilles, yeah.
Achilles, yes.
Yeah, because I watched Troy, but I was under the impression.
Yes. Point is that he's also older than me, and shout out because it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Mama and Papa. Do you know that meme?
Yes.
You know that meme. I send you that meme every day.
But
your birthdays are so close.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
But he turns 33 today.
Yeah,
and this is an age where you're like,
that's Jesus' age.
Jesus, Alexander the Great. You know, a lot of people died.
Did he die with 33 also?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that doesn't help when you have a partner who is like older. Yeah. You're like, okay, you kind of feel, or at least your family feels like time is running out. How did we end up talking about kids again?
If fucking Al Pacino can impregnate,
but he's a guy. It's like
girlfriend. Yes, but he's 83 and she's 29.
Guys
if
can just
people down there can swim at 83, then anything is possible. But believe in yourself the way that sperm cell of Al Pacino believes in itself. That's how much you should believe in yourself. Entering that 29-year-old egg. Like,
yeah, that is insane. It is insane. 29 with 83?
Yes. That's why I'm telling you, relax.
Ew.
There's time.
Ew.
It is a big ew. I think that's where we should end it.
I have no idea how that sounds.
We can always do it again.
Happening.
I will eternally be angry about exotic matter.
It's okay. You can be. I'm sorry, but like I have to say about our microphones, because in case the sound is perfect, These are the, I don't remember how they're called, lavalier or something. But shout out to our sponsor because I didn't pay for those. And I promise, that I will say where these are from. So if you are in Greece and you want, a case for your phone or protective glass or earphones or whatever, or those microphones, you can go into microcenter.gr and you can get it from there.
Wow, okay. Look at you.
Yeah?
Our little hustler. Wow.
So yeah, that's it. Like,
great job.
subscribe. I have to say, you can comment on Spotify. A lot of people told me that they didn't know that can happen, but it can.
Yeah, no, you can comment. You can offend us in any way you like.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I don't moderate the comments.
You don't.
I mean, I can see them, but
I see why you want to do this, because this is your chance to relive the Ask FM. I see what this is about now. You are reliving. Oh, I bet my laugh is terrible on this microphone.
why?
Sorry, but it's probably very loud, like a seal.
Yeah, well, that's the point, because in every other episode, have you ever listened to our episodes?
Yes, but only when you send it to me, not on Spotify. I'm scared.
Why are you scared? I was
don't
actually
know.
listening. Am I too self-absorbed that I was listening to that?
Yes, you are. You have issues.
Yes. Anyway, like, subscribe. You can comment your
forgot
20
share.
Share with your friends if you want to. And you can comment your 2026 predictions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then you should also me as well. I have some written down by random people. Should we do a gallop? Should we go in the city center and stop people and ask about their 2026 predictions?
Oh my lord, are you really considering like becoming an influencer?
No, I'm joking.
No, you sound like it. No, I see where this is going.
I mean, I would do it. I don't care.
I see what this quote unquote plan for the next 4 years is. I see what it is.
Become a TikToker.
Yeah, I'm being exploited for personal gains. No, it's fine. It's okay.
Will there be money?
Unless it's millions of dollars, I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy.
Oh, Jesus. What do you mean? Who would just hand you like millions of dollars?
I don't know. It happens for other people. Maybe it can happen for me too.
Maybe you should marry a prince or something.
I've been trying to, but
To marry a prince?
yeah, but I never run into him in the city center. So it's very difficult. And he's been underage for some time.
Yes. I think, which one is the biggest problem here?
Okay, now that he's overage, I mean. And then he fucking goes into the army. Piss.
I will not reply to that. Okay, I'm cutting this. Bye.
Bye-bye.